Hey, it's Trixie. Welcome to the underground. Yeah, I still have some energy left. I just finished doing the Big E and 14, how many grueling days? 13 grueling days for me. I swear, I feel like I aged like 10 years. I only aged a year because I'm going to be 60 a week from tomorrow. So September was hell. October will be fun because I'm going to a few concerts. I can't wait because I deserve it. I've been busting my butt, you know. So let's get down to it. I'm going to talk about something totally ridiculous, and then we'll get into the more serious stuff, okay? So here we go. There's an attack squirrel on the loose in California, in the Bay Area. So I guess he sent residents to the ER. There's flyers. Mean squirrel. Can you imagine? Usually you see lost cat, lost dog, mean squirrel flyers. So I guess the wildlife experts are saying he was raised by humans as a little baby, and then maybe they let him go. They fed him, and then that's terrible to do that. Like to feed him and then like fend for himself. So they made him nuts. Like he's like a pit bull out on the street. According to squirrel experts, the worried residents posted warning flyers. Very mean squirrels. Comes out of nowhere and attacks. This is kind of funny. Well, not funny if you're going to the ER. According to KGO TV, a woman was out walking when the squirrel clawed at her. It sounds like my old cat. And bit her legs, wounding her. Off to the ER she goes. Another woman, quote, squirrel went from the floor, tried to jump up to my face. That's kind of scary. Her arm was completely overcome by squirrel. Then jumped off, and she was left bloody, running to the ER. Okay. So I guess what the wildlife people are saying is that the people raised him, fed him, and then kind of left him be. And the squirrel didn't understand why he couldn't get fed by certain people. He figures people are going to feed him. When he looked at people and they were scared of him, then he got scared and then he attacked. That's like that fight or flight response. At the Charlie Kirk Memorial, there was a man carrying a cross on wheels. This is like a come on man moment. Are you kidding me or what? I mean, comparing Charlie Kirk to Jesus, that's kind of like blasphemy to me. Really. You know, there's no similarities between Charlie Kirk and Jesus, okay? A lot of people didn't know who Charlie Kirk was. I knew he was in talk radio, didn't really know anything other than that, and I come from talk radio. A lot of people that I spoke to didn't know the guy. I see a lot of Charlie Kirk shirts at the Big E. A lot of kids that are 20 years old that probably don't even know what he said. They're just wearing it because it's kind of cool. Older people, I can say, yeah, they know what he stands for. So I can understand that. But, I don't know. Feds arrested a man for threatening to shoot people at pro-LGBTQ plus parade to avenge the murder of Charlie Kirk. F their parade, he said. I say we lock and load and pay them back for taking out Charlie Kirk. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with them. So it was one guy. It wasn't the gay people that killed him. And I think that's Stephen Miller talking like that. He's using them. Like, you're a liberal. You're responsible for his death. A New York Cardinal compared Charlie Kirk to St. Paul. Again, I do have a problem with this stuff. Comparing him to Jesus. Comparing him to the apostle. He went on Fox to call him a modern-day St. Paul. Yeah. Kirk called Pope Francis, quote, a Marxist who calls himself the head of your church. Listen, Kirk wasn't even Catholic. He was evangelical. So that's our priest. I mean, that's our Pope. You know, that's a Catholic thing. So, like, I don't care about the evangelicals. Do what you got to do. But, like, leave our part of religion. You can't really mess with that. You know what I mean? I like Pope Francis. You know, I just think it's a different thing. And that's what I'm saying. Most people don't know how he used to talk. He's got a right to talk. He's got a right to say whatever he wants. But, like, know what you're dealing with here. Okay. I think, you know, Pope Francis was more like Jesus than Kirk. I did hear Charlie Kirk talk to Bill Maher and Russell Brand, and he sounded normal. I couldn't believe it. So it's like, okay, I only heard bad things, and then I heard him talking to Bill Maher, and he would let the people speak, because Bill Maher's an atheist. And, Charlie Kirk was talking about how he was 5 years old and then Jesus spoke to him and all this stuff. And that's how he became religious. And Bill Maher's like, that's when he's like, you don't realize you were indoctrinated. So, but he let him speak. So I like that about him, But the other stuff about black women lacking the brain processing power to be taken really seriously. I mean, Justice Ketanji Brown went to Harvard. I mean, she's got the brain capacity. I mean, Charlie Kirk went to community college like me, but he dropped out after a semester. I mean, he wasn't a dumbass, but come on, you can't really see. That's what I'm saying. That broad, it's kind of like white supremacist stuff. And then he says to have to steal a white person's slot. That's talking like a white supremacist. It sounds like the movie American History X. I mean, I don't like what he's saying, but again, believe freedom of speech. I saw the picture of Erica Kirk nestled in Trump's arms, and at that memorial, she said she forgave Charlie's murderer, which is like Jesus. That's something Jesus would do. And here's something that Satan would do. When Kirk's like, well, I don't wish my opponents well. What did he say? He says he hates his opponents, and he doesn't wish them well. That's like a satanic thing. So the suck-up Republicans want statues of Charlie Kirk on, and one New York lawmaker suggested he would be the 13th apostle of Jesus. I got a problem with this stuff. I really do. I think maybe you should give these guys a copy of the Bible. And plus, you're not supposed to compare anybody to Jesus. That's blasphemy. It's not really... Then they want to put him on a 50-cent piece. Yeah, I don't think so. I think, Trump would be mad anyway if they put Charlie... I'm sure Trump wants his face on currency, I'm sure. Border czar Tom Homan kind of in hot water for kind of being caught on tape. A recording of him accepting a bag of money. $50,000 for what? I don't know. Megyn Kelly said, we do not care. Of course you don't. If it was Obama doing it, you'd care. Democrat, you care. But not your side. Yeah, you really care about what's right. Kash Patel says, we investigated. Crazy Eyes. Crazy Eyes Patel. We investigated. Nothing there. No crime. Okay. Jimmy Kimmel returned to the airwaves. Excuse me. In a win for free speech. Sorry, guys. Sinclair and Nexstar refused. It was like maybe 20 stations that refused to air them. So what did the liberals do? We're not going to advertise on your stations. And then all of a sudden they came out and said, oh, we're going to stop preempting them and put them on. So, no, it's not about we respect Jimmy's free speech. It's about we want money. That's what it's about. Jimmy wins. And Trump, who says Jimmy has bad ratings, well, he just helped his ratings because I guess he had, over 6 million? It, set records. And a lot more, maybe 20 million on his YouTube channel. So, yeah. I mean, see what happens when you try to stifle people? So, for once, we win. And Jimmy's been really pounding him. And I like to see that. But I think that Jimmy's going to leave ABC. I have a feeling he's going to leave ABC and go somewhere else. So, I guess Trump couldn't help his own ratings, but he helped Jimmy. Trump, again, freaked out after the day Jimmy was due on the air. He said, puts the network in jeopardy. So he's threatening another lawsuit. He is yet another arm of the DNC. To the best of my knowledge, that would be a major illegal campaign contribution. Blah, blah, blah. I think we're going to test ABC on this. Let's see how we do. Last time I went after them, they gave me $16 million. This, I don't know. He says this even sounds more lucrative. So you say that what happens when you pay off a kidnapper, they come back for more. Days after Trump pressured Pam Bondi, they brought charges against James Comey for lying to Congress, which good luck proving that. They have a former beauty contestant who's never tried a case or prosecuted a case in her life. She's a former attorney for insurance. Great going there. He knows he's not going to get a guilty conviction. It's probably going to get thrown out, but he just wants to tie him up and make him spend money, kind of like what the Democrats did. I mean, he's going to go after Shifty Schiff, and he's going to go why am I calling him Shifty Schiff? Anyway, He's going to go after, who else? Who else is his, Letitia James he's going to go after. Who else? I can't imagine, but anybody else. But, you know, you got to understand, like, people went after him too politically in New York. You know, I kind of get it why he's so mad, because they were kind of politically motivated as well on the other side. Did you hear him speak at the United Nations General Assembly saying your countries are going to hell? And he spreads joy everywhere he goes. In the escalator fiasco, he wants to press charges against the escalator and the teleprompter, thinking like it's the biggest crime of the century. Not Jeffrey Epstein, but these are the biggest crimes facing our country right now, is the escalator being accidentally turned off by his White House videographer. I don't know, could have been sabotage. It was kind of strange that the teleprompter, and I think he was funny the way he said it. He's like, oh, you guys are going to be in trouble. You know, when he jokes like that, I think he's funny, you know? I just think that, you know, it could have been sinister. I do agree that is kind of weird. Oh, yeah, here's another one. Did you see him about, don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. Just don't take it. Don't let your baby take it. Don't take it. He couldn't pronounce acetaminophen, oh my, it was going on for quite a while. I blame his people. You should really sound it out for him. I don't know if he was going to get mad if you suggested he couldn't pronounce it, but he looked foolish on TV. Can you imagine those people like Dr. Oz or RFK, like right behind him as he's talking? Don't take Tylenol. It causes autism. I mean, there was a study done that kind of correlated it, but didn't show causation. So, and it was what was it now? I forget what hospital did it, but it was a big time hospital that did it. So I get it. You could say, if you're pregnant, watch out. Maybe go easy on the Tylenol. But he was basically saying it causes autism, which is going a little bit too far. I'd be nuts right now because I live on Tylenol. Not live on it. It's not. I know it's not good for your liver. John Hopkins. Shh, old brain. But yeah, I mean, I can't live without Tylenol, especially with my old feet. I think that it's funny to watch him, the people behind him, like smiling like zombies. In NBC, I saw this on NBC. In China, a Chinese journalist, this is what we're getting to here, is jailed for 4 years after documenting early days of COVID-19. This is Reporters Without Borders. Zhang Zan, oh God, I can't pronounce her name, I'm sorry. But this is her charge. Picking quarrels and provoking trouble. She just got out after 4 years. Zhang Zan. I don't know if I pronounced it right, I'm sorry. This poor woman got out, and now she's going back. She's going back. I mean, causing quarrels or causing trouble, that's the charge for telling the truth. I mean, she's got balls, I'll tell you that. She posted like firsthand accounts from the streets of Wuhan, and when it was just starting to spread, she's a hero for expressing her freedom. Well, you don't have freedom of speech over there. That's a precursor to what could happen over here with this guy. Did you see that teen football player who broke a rival team's spine by doing a belly flop on him? Unprovoked. It was Kalamazoo, junior varsity. The poor kid was just laying on the ground defenseless while this big fatso just jumped on top of him. And I'll tell you what, this guy might never walk again. This kid should not be allowed to play football for the rest of his life. He should be arrested. Can you imagine his poor mother watching that? I saw the video. I couldn't believe it. And they suspended him a few games. Really? Is that really appropriate? I'm sorry, but that's not enough. NBC study showed death rates rose in hospitals in the ER after private equity firms took over. Deaths rose 13% in the annals of, I almost said anal, in the annals of internal medicine over a 10-year period. I am not going to the ER. Did you ever see you're like laying there for 14 hours? You could be just dying. Anything that's for profit, like nursing homes, forget it. Just forget it. That's what they care about. I guess they cut the staff. Full-timers were cut by 11.6% compared to non-private. See, go for those if you can find out. When you have life or death situations, really, you can't really cut the costs, you know? Well, how would they like it if we did that? You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. People already wait for like 12 hours to get a room. Not cool. No wonder people are dying. The CDC reported, oh, this is crazy. The kissing bug. Did you guys hear about this? Chagas disease. I don't know what that is. It's called the kissing bug because it bites people in the face. And it's in 32 states, mostly in the South. Okay, don't come up here. Louisiana, Texas, Arizona, Mississippi, Tennessee. It's affected 300,000. They don't know. Once the insect bites you in the face, they defecate and place a parasite called TRIXXI'S on your skin. And then it itches. You scratch and then it gets into your bloodstream. Lovely. I'm sorry. You get a fever, headache, diarrhea. It sounds like airplane. When you get that, remember when they all got the food poisoning for eating the fish? And they started, passing gas and drooling. That's what happens to you. Your eyelids swell. Oh my gosh. According to UCLA Health, it could turn chronic, causing cardiac arrest. You die from this. This is crazy. But RFK says we're okay. We're making it up. It's okay. I don't know. One more before I go. I still have all this unseen energy because I know it's over. 2025 report from Oregon Generators provides residential and commercial generators to install an electrical service. Analyze data from 50 states. Massachusetts is the fifth safest state in the United States. Healthcare. Good air quality. Really, I gotta tell you, I've been breathing pretty bad because it's been like Florida at night. I got the air running. Can you believe this? Low risk for natural disaster. Yes, that's what we have. We have high crime, though. High crime. Than our New England neighbors. Connecticut, number 4. I don't think it's safe with those damn drivers. You get killed by the drivers. Low crime, good health care, air quality, infrastructure. Decent roads. 3 is Rhode Island, moderate crime. See the pattern here? They're all blue. Healthcare, clean air. Number 2, Maine. Lowest crime rate of any state out of the 5. Some of the fewest natural disasters in the country. Clean air. Number 1, New Hampshire. New Hampshire. Low crime, low natural disaster, clean air, healthcare. We're the best. The least safe. Arkansas. High crime, burglary, frequent natural disaster. STD. No, sorry, I was going to say STD. Limited healthcare access. 4, Tennessee. One of the highest crime rates in the nation. Regular natural disasters, modest healthcare resources. Whoa, 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 whoa. Crazy. Crazy cat. Number 3, Texas. More natural disasters. Ted Cruz. He's one of them. He's one of the main natural disasters. Poor air, strained healthcare access. Number 2, Louisiana. High crime. Lots of hurricanes. Poor air quality. Number 1, New Mexico. High crime. Again with the high crime. Widespread burglary. One of the nation's highest pedestrian fatality rates. Boy, you're walking across the street and you get gunned down, mowed down. I'll tell you, unbelievable. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going in. My Commanders lost again. They look like crap. Going to watch Kansas City and the Ravens. See you next week. Love ya.